Hi, welcome to one of the last videos of the first part, core belief. This question is, what do I want clients to understand that gurus will never tell them? There's a few things. The first thing that I want to emphasize, and I brought this up before, is it does not matter how much money they show you they've generated in any time frame, unless they are equally willing to show you how much it cost them to get that. So a big example is they'll be like, oh, I use this strategy and I generated $1 million in a month. And I've told people, yeah, it's easy to generate $1 million in a month if you have $1 to $3 million to spend. Because say you can break even or you're a little less. Well, okay, so you spend $2 million to generate $1 million. Most business owners do not see that as a sustainable model. But somebody who's got deep pockets, good friends, or whatever is. Because they understand that they're going to spend $2 million to generate $1 million to then take that and promote it as if it didn't cost them $2 million to make that and sell you an overpriced course, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $20,000, and they're going to make $5, $6 million from that. So they're up. Where's the loss for them? There isn't. Only to you when you get into the course and you realize it doesn't quite work the way they said it does. Another thing I want you to understand is anytime they say this is the only thing you need to do, they're just lying to you. You can go out there right now and you'll see people say you need to post every day. You need to post tons, or you need to post 4 or 5 times a day. And then you'll see somebody say I only need to post once a day. And then you'll see somebody that says I only need to post once a week, right? Which is right. Well, they all are, depending on lots of factors. How big their audience is, how many friends they have, how rabid the audience is that's buying. Like, there's a lot of extra context that goes into it. But they go to you as a business owner and they only show you the sparkly. They don't show you all the other aspects of it because they know if you saw the rest, you would not buy it. These gurus survive by covering up the truth and just showing you the shiny bits and saying, look how shiny this is. Isn't this amazing? Come buy my thing. And they've only lied by omission. They don't tell you the rest. They'll hint at it because they're required to by the FTC. Hey, results not typical. Only like 0.001% of the people actually make any money, blah, blah, blah. But why don't they disclose that? Why don't they tell you the reason why most people fail is because you need all of this other stuff in place? A prime example of this, if I had to think of one, is you could look at the Kardashians. I'm not saying what they're currently doing. I'm saying I think they launched like a brand of makeup and they immediately made like $1 billion. And they were on like magazines and Shopify's most whatever. And it was like, oh, look, they used Shopify and they made $1 billion. No, they did. They had a rabid audience. They found a product that they conformed to a particular need in the market, which is good. But they had a built-in audience of millions and millions and millions of people. And it was promoted on their show by all the Kardashians. Like, there are so many notches in place. If you were just to be like, oh, I can do a makeup brand targeting these people and make billions of dollars too. No, because unless you have that audience, it's not going to happen. I'm not saying they weren't promoting a product. I'm just using that as an example of what gurus will do is they will show you the results, but they don't show you all the pieces they did to get there. They don't talk about how they have 3 or 4 friends that all have millions of people on their list that emailed for them because they're all getting a big cut. Or they won't tell you they spent so much money on advertising. Usually when the guys know each other, they don't make any of the money. They might take 10%. So what they do is they have all their friends promote them who have big lists and they give them 90% of the revenue, because a lot of times that's the only way they'll do that. And these guys promote heavily because if it's $1,000 offer, they made $900. They don't have to do any fulfillment because only that guy has to do the fulfillment. So it's a big push from all his buddies to millions of people. And all of a sudden this guy makes tons of money. Now he puts out promotions like, look what I did and look how much money I made. And it's all just a fabrication. The gurus will never tell you the hard work that is required to be an overnight success. They will not tell you the amount of contacts, resources, or effort that you will have to put in to suddenly be wildly successful. It just won't. I don't consider myself a guru. So I'll just tell you, this is what it's going to take. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff to you. They will. Anytime you have a hard push in a sales where they really want you in and they're not quite divulging everything you want to hear, if you know to ask these questions, just run. Just run. There's no reason to go forward with it, because 9 times out of 10, the one way I can tell if someone's legitimately good is, are they still around with this offer in a few years? Because marketing stands the test of time. I use stuff I learned that was invented back when marketing was invented. Stuff from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s still works today. That's marketing material that works. Stuff that somebody just came out with last week as the one true guaranteed whatever, highly suspect. Somebody says they can use AI to do XYZ. No, because yeah, you could sort of get it to work. But remember, this stuff is 90% of the stuff is crap. Most of these people don't have the background to really adjust it outside of changing the crap to look slightly different. So people will go, oh, this will work because it doesn't look like the crap that's out there. And they don't realize there's more refinement. Anyway, that's just one thing I really want clients to understand when it comes to gurus. They push the sparkly real hard, and they don't show you all the crap that shining light is blinding you from seeing. Hopefully this opens your eyes a little bit more to that. See you in the next video.